The new Mix 107.5, you are listening to the 80s at 8. The group is Kajagoogoo, featuring lead singer Le Mall, which I always thought is where French people went shopping. Yes, we went to Le Mall, stopped at Le Gap. I am your host, Le Idiot. The new Mix 107.5, it's the 80s at 8. The group Kajagoogoo had that big hit in the summer of 1983. Then lead singer Le Mall left the group and was never heard from ever again, possibly abducted by aliens. It's 2 Shy to Shy, about a dozen minutes away from 9 o'clock. I am Peter McLane, all set to wrap up tonight's edition of the 80s at 8 with the number 1 hit out of 1982.
Kids, remember that time when you told your mom you wanted to go swimming? And she took you to the swimming pool? Boring. Remember the next time when your mom took you to the huge waterland? You got trampled by 6 zillion love-crazy teenagers. Then you got lost. Your mom blew a major gasket. Well, we're going to try this water thing one more time. This time, ask your mom to take you to South Shore Water Park. You can play on the wave pool. You can play on the water slides. You could drink juice and eat stuff. You will have fun. Your mom will have fun. South Shore Water Park, 1 mile east of I-25 on Arapahoe Road. Fun for kids, fun for moms. South Shore's onto something.
The new Mix 107.5, KWMX FM/AM Lakewood, Denver, a division of Jefferson Pilot Communications Company.
No matter if your car is a personal statement of your identity or simply a conveyance to get you to work and back, there are a few basic truths about how you buy that car. When you start car shopping, you start to appreciate a couple of things, like convenience, selection, good prices, and an educated professional sales staff. All of these things come together at one dealership, Bert Toyota. Just listen to another very satisfied Bert Toyota customer.
As a salesperson, I used my car a lot, so there was no question that I was going to buy a Toyota for its reliability. I bought my Toyota at Bert Toyota because I had heard all those good things about it. The thing I appreciate the most is the great service I continue to get from Bert. Follow-up calls to make sure everything is okay, turnaround service when I've needed it, and they work at my convenience. I'm really impressed in how hard they work to make sure I'm happy, not only with my car, but with Bert Toyota.
Bert Toyota winning the prestigious President's Award for the 7th consecutive year based on consistently high customer satisfaction. If you're looking for your first Toyota or your next Toyota, make sure you work with the best Toyota dealer, Bert Toyota, 3 blocks south of Bellevue on Broadway.
The 80s at 8. Mix 107.5.
Just say the magic words, abracadabra, and that finishes off another edition of the 80s at 8 here on the new Mix 107.5. Do it again tomorrow night, promptly at 8 o'clock. As usual, thanks for all your great phone calls, your great requests, your great suggestions. All right now, Tina Turner brings us back to the 90s, which she knows, you know, and I should know, are already in progress.
There's a pale moon in the sky. I don't really want.
On the Money 9 o'clock, I'm Peter McLane, and you happen to be on the station playing the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Mix 107.5.
Soon, flying out of your radio like a piece of luggage off the DIA luggage system, Elton John, Rod Stewart, mix artist Bryan Adams, all coming up.
Mix 107.5.
The new Mix 107.5 with the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yet to go this hour. Music from Don Henley, John Cicada. I have not seen the motion picture The Lion King yet, but the marketing's everywhere. Target, Burger King, Kmart, Shotgun Willie's. You just can't miss it.
There's a calm surrender.
The new Mix 107.5 with the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The new Mix 107.5.
Denver's best variety. The new Mix 107.5.
The new Mix 107.5, the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Hi, this is Dave Otto.
Larry Ulibarri.
And Robin Hart.
And tomorrow morning on our show, beginning at 5 o'clock, we'll have a very special guest, Steve Perry.
Plus, we'll qualify more winners in our Get Lucky with Lucky contest.
That and David Letterman's Top 10.
That's tomorrow morning on the new Mix 107.5.
The new Mix 107.5, the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The next stop in our race series is Saturday morning from 8 till noon at Washington Park. The American Parkinson Disease Association Walkathon. Pledge forms are available at area running stores. Come out and walk towards a cure for Parkinson's disease with the station that cares about our community. Call the Race Series hotline for more details. 399-1075. The new Mix 107.5. Always a step ahead. Some say you can never go back. They were wrong. Now, the triumphant return of Meatloaf. Saturday night, August 6th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater. Rolling Stone says pound for pound, the biggest global musical since Cats. Now a very special guest, Cheap Trick. What a night. Meatloaf and the Neverland Express. Saturday night, August 6th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater. Now with special guest, Cheap Trick. Tickets now at all Ticketmasters, including Foley's, Budget Tapes and CDs, Disc Jockey, and Sound Warehouse, or charged at $290 TIXS. Produced by Fay Concerts as part of the 94 Budweiser Summer of Stars. Brought to you by the Rocky Mountain News and News Board and the King of Beers. Proud to be your bud.
With that other paper, if your classified ad doesn't work with the Post First Classifieds, your merchandise will sell. We guarantee it. Or we'll run your ad again absolutely free. That's more than a great deal. It's a promise that only the Post makes. After all, on average, Post readers have more money to buy than readers of the other paper. So with the Post First Classifieds, you'll get your price faster, or we'll run your ad again free. And all those new people moving to Colorado prefer the Post format 2-to-1, so you have twice as many chances to sell. So instead of a more expensive, less effective ad, call 825-2525 and place a 3-line 10-day ad in the Post for just $15. And we'll sweeten the deal with a free regular 6-inch sub from Subway. Come on, don't settle for a classified that might work. Get the only one with a guarantee. The Post First Classified.
Call 825-2525. The Denver Post First Classifieds. You'll sell it in 10, overrun it again in the Post.
Private parties only, no real estate. Call for details.
Mix 107.5 AccuWeather.
The exclusive Mix 107.5 AccuWeather forecast. Lots of clouds overnight, so the temperature's not going to drop down particularly low. Down to 62 is all we're going to get. Partly sunny, a little breezy, maybe an afternoon or early evening thunder shower expected. High about 86, 79 degrees right now. As we prove again, we do play the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Back to 1981 for Darryl Hall and John Oates here on Denver's Variety Station.
Mix 107.5.
The best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The new Mix 107.5.
More music, more variety, a better mix. Mix 107.5.
The new Mix 107.5, always playing the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. John Cicada's If You Go from his album Heart, Soul, and a Voice.
The new Mix 107.5 with the best variety of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The new Mix 107.5.